Before making a decision, what do? Do you count the cost? Do you just jump to it? Are you a go-getter? Do you seek counsel about it? Because in today's reading, we see that before making a decision, Jesus got alone and was praying about making a big decision. And the decision that Christ had to make was who he was going to send out. What disciples was he going to pick? And so the Bible tells us that Jesus got alone in prayer, seeking the Father, and then afterwards, he called unto himself the 12. Jesus calls unto himself the 12, and he gives them orders to go out, to heal the sick, to raise the dead, to cleanse the unclean, and to cast out demons. And indeed, the Christian today may not see a resurrection, and the Christian today may not be able to see all these mighty works, but the Christian today is to preach the gospel, because it's the gospel of Jesus Christ that heals the sick. It's the gospel of Jesus Christ that gives resurrection to the dead. And it's the gospel of Jesus Christ that cleanses the unclean and casts out demons. And so even today, Jesus gives us the order. And yet when Jesus is warning his disciples, he's telling them, you're going to have problems with government. You're going to have problems with religious people. And you're going to end up having problems within your own family. The natural responses are going to be pressure. There's going to be threats for following Christ. There's going to be a physical harm for following Christ. We look at Peter, who was crucified upside down. We look at John, who was boiled, and because he didn't die, they left him on an island to die. We look at people like Polycarp, who were put on a stake and lit on fire, and because they didn't die, they killed them with the sword. There's physical harm when you follow Christ. He says you're going to be ridiculed in public. People are going to mock you. People are going to talk about you. And you're going to be rejected by loved ones. Your father or your mother, your brother or your sister. There's a cost for following Christ. But the truth is needed, Christ is telling them in Matthew 10. The truth will be revealed. Do not be afraid of those who can harm your body, but instead fear him who can harm the body and your soul. God himself will give you the words to speak when the timing is right, Jesus is telling them. And God's love will sustain you. So therefore, when you go out to preach, seek no money, seek no new shoes, and seek no new clothes, showing that God will sustain them. What do you do before making a decision? If you're anything like me, I'm task-orientated, and it becomes a bad thing at times. I'm always watching my clock. I got to go do this. I got to go do that. Yet there was a great reformer who had said, I have so much to do today, I must spend more time in prayer. Are we like that? Do we stop and spend time in prayer when we have a big decision on our hands? Or when we know that the day is going to be busy? I pray today that you would take that time to stop, to spend time in prayer. Because I know we all have decisions on our hands. And that decision on your hand is, are you going to follow Christ today and walk in the Spirit? Or will you gratify the desires of the flesh today and live like the world? God bless you.